Howdy everyone, Emily Krause here, and I'm pleased to present Interactive Whiteboards, how they personalize learning and encourage students to be creators. What is an interactive whiteboard anyway? There are two different types of interactive whiteboards. The first is a virtual electronic version of a dry whiteboard on a computer that enables learners in a virtual classroom to view what the instructor or fellow students write or draw, also called an electronic whiteboard. The second type is a large physical display panel that can function as an ordinary whiteboard, projector, or a computer projection, which the computer image can be controlled on the board. In this presentation, we will be focusing on the second type of interactive whiteboards. The benefits of using an interactive whiteboard. Since interactive whiteboards are so similar to conventional whiteboards, even technophobic teachers can use them with ease. They help broaden the use of e-learning because they demonstrate the potential of alternative modes of delivery. They make it easy for teachers to enhance presentation content by integrating a wide range of material into a lesson, such as pictures, graphs, and text. They allow teachers to create easily and rapidly customized learning objects from a range of existing content. They allow learners to absorb information more easily. They allow learners to work collaboratively around a shared work area. When used for interactive testing, understanding for the entire class, they can rapidly provide learner feedback. Here's an example of two of my students using our Promethean board to draw a rectangle, measure the sides using a yardstick, label the sides, then using those measurements, they will determine the perimeter and the area of the rectangle they've drawn. Interactive whiteboards allow students to be more creative, and it's more hands-on than just doing a worksheet, reviewing perimeter and area. Students can work together on tasks. They have more ownership over their own learning. Kahoot is a website I often use to engage my students and quickly check for understandings. We can use it to review material, pre-test before a new topic, or as an exit slip. The questions show up on the whiteboard and students use a device to answer their problems. When all students have selected an answer, the correct answer is shown and how many students got it right or wrong. Using the interactive whiteboard software, the teacher or a student can solve the problem right there on the web page. Class activities and practice are more engaging when centered around the Promethean board. Here, students are being chosen randomly by the teacher to come to the board and work a problem each. Students in the class solve the problem also on their individual board and then hold them up to be seen by the teacher. Once the problem is complete, the student at the board explains their process. Since students are chosen randomly and are eager to write on the interactive board, their attention and focus are maintained throughout the class time. Every student is different. Interactive software and whiteboards are making it easier to accommodate all types of learners. Teachers can print out their slides for students to fill in as the lesson is taught, to accommodate visual impairments, IEPs, or writing accommodations. Slides can even be printed after the lesson for students who may have been absent, with all annotations and notes filled in. Even though interactive whiteboards have been around since 2008-ish, depending on your state and local support and funding, this technology is still not widely used or taught to teachers, leaving the cost of the boards to the individual schools or if teachers write grants requesting one. Stated in the 2017 K-12 Horizon Report on page 11, formal learning environments require an upgrade to reflect the 21st century practices taking place within them. Education has traditionally relied on teacher-centric approaches, where lectures were in the main source of the knowledge transfers. On page 18 of the Horizon Report, it says, new pedagogies that leverage technology are impacting the design of learning spaces. Blended learning includes a variety of activities such as small group work, hands-on activities, and individual work on computing devices. Digital strategies, which include makerspaces and individualized learning, is talked about on page 39 of the Horizon Report. It says, digital strategies are not so much technologies as they are ways of using devices and softwares to enrich teaching and learning. Whether inside or outside the classroom, effective digital strategies can be used in both formal and informal learning. What makes them interesting is that they transcend conventional ideas to create something that feels new, meaningful, and 21st century. That's all, folks. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed the presentation.